Hey guys, this is my review of the GMP M203 grenade launcher. This is the RAS version. This is also the short version of the grenade launcher. Works a lot better on an M4 length gun versus say an M16. If you have like a Mark, or it looks nice on a Mark 18, or if you have a G36, and if you get an extended rail, I would get this version, since the long version might. Well, G36C, because the long version might go way past the barrel and it'll just look ridiculous. I mean, you don't really get that much more accuracy out of the long version versus this one, so if you find out that this one's cheaper, I'd probably just end up going with this one. But anyway, moving onward with the review, the first thing I'd like to point out is the RAS attachment here. You're going to have two plates here. This plate is this piece of metal here and this plate, this is just one solid piece of metal. However, this bit here is a separate piece, and when you undo these screws, these aren't actually screws. These screws here are fixed into this plate, and I guess these would be more like nuts. And you would undo, and if you would loosen these, this plate here will come off, of course. But the screws that they supply you with are not long enough to the point where you can loosen these nuts enough so you can pull out this plate and put your RS system on. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to completely take off the nuts, take off this plate, slide it onto the RAS of your gun, put this plate on, and then tighten on the nuts. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't bother me at all, but I mean, some people might think like, oh my god, my grenade launcher's broken because I can't undo the screws enough. I mean, no, just you're whining for no reason is all it is. Nothing's broken. Also, the trademarks on this gun are just magnificent, along with the quality of the metal. If you look up here, Cold Zinc, Hartford, Connecticut, USA. You also got the Colt trademark right up there, which is just very nice. And then you also got the standard things down here: launcher grenade, 40mm, M203. You got your own serial number and then it says USA. Where normally for these bottom two rows where the serial number is, normally that would say like the company. Like with the ICS one, there's nothing up here. It's just blank, and then down here, instead of the serial number in USA, it says made in Taiwan, or ICS Taiwan. With the Classic Army, up here you have a giant gross ass Classic Army trademark, and then down here you have this stuff, but there's no. I'm pretty sure the serial number isn't your own serial number. It's like the same serial number, probably like 0000000 or something ridiculous like that. So the trademarks are great. The quality is great. Extremely solid grenade launcher. Moving down here, the trigger guard does not lock. I've heard people say that some grenade launchers, the trigger guard does lock. I've never seen one that locks, to tell you the truth. What this will do is it will rest on the flaring of your M4 magazine, or the well of your magazine, will rest on the flaring of your magazine well. I'm sorry, and when you get this thing close enough, because of the angle, that knock there, you're not going to be able to push it up, and it's not going to be able to pull down unless you're forcing it to do so. It actually stays there quite solidly. Safety is a double safety. So your first click is going to be to the point where you cannot get your finger in the grenade launcher to pull back the trigger, which is this is something that I would do whenever I'm in a staging area, so I don't have to worry about accidentally shooting it in like 10 people's face at once. And then you just have another click right here, and as you can see, I still can't pull the trigger back all the way. But I mean, you still got your second safety, so you don't accidentally team kill anyone, I guess. And then you also just have it off of safety. For me, I don't really use this safety right here, this middle safety, at all. I just use this, and then when I get into play, I just take my safety off. I mean, that's just a personal preference. Maybe you like to keep your safety on whenever you're around teammates so you don't accidentally team kill them. I don't really worry about that much. So I don't really keep it off, or I don't really keep my safety on. The barrel here does wobble a little bit, nothing noticeable really, unless you loosen it. Then your barrel is going to have some wobble to it. But I mean, it's really nothing that matters. It's really nothing that you could, it's not really something that you notice a whole lot. It's just a little bit of wobble on this barrel. But I mean, seeing as though that this assembly here is full metal, you're going to get wobble, whereas if it's plastic, because the plastic could be just the length of this bit here that it rides on could be a little bit larger of a diameter, or a little bit larger in width than the inside here that's going to hook into, and it would still, and that'll give it a nice snug fit since the plastic could be a little bit pliable. The metal is not pliable, so they're not going to be able to get it to the point where it's going to be an extremely snug fit. But the wobble doesn't really matter. I don't really notice it, and you get a much sturdier gun overall with a full metal build than you would with a plastic one with no wobble. Only thing that is plastic would be the grip here. It's got an interesting texture to it, not really one that I could explain. But it's a nice texture. It's not like really gritty, but it's not completely smooth. So it's a nice feeling grip. And also it's an extremely high quality ABS. It's really nice and rigid. Some people say that's a bad quality for some reason. I mean, believe me, that means that it's got some type of binder in there that's keeping it from moving. If your plastic is pliable, that's probably not even ABS. It's probably something more along the lines of polypropylene or polyethylene plastic, which is cheaper than ABS and it's not as sturdy. To give you an idea, ABS is used for most things that are just under heavy duty. Polycarbonate is used for things like airplane windows, the quote-unquote glass windows in hockey rinks. Those are actually polycarbonate. Even just a lot of other standard windows for heavy duty machinery is actually made out of polycarbonate for safety reasons, not glass. ABS would be anything like just underneath that. For instance, in the military, grips on guns, good foregrips are ABS. A good stock would be ABS. Things like a cap to a water bottle, like not like a disposable water bottle, but like maybe like an Nalgene or something. That's probably ABS plastic. Anything that's going to have some give to it's going to be more like polypropylene or polyethylene, which is not good plastic. So don't listen to anybody that says plastic with give is actually stronger than brittle plastic. It's not true. Take it from me, I know my plastics. But anyway, after that plastic lecture, overall it's a really nice built grenade launcher. You probably won't be able to see down the barrel, but there actually are little nubbed bits here. I don't know if they actually, like you see my fingernail gets caught. I don't know if they actually do add to the accuracy, but what they do is they bring down the diameter of the barrel ever so slightly, so I can actually make a grenade launcher launch smoke bomb out of this. So I'll probably end up doing a video on how to make that later. And anyway, thanks for watching this review. I hope you liked it. I'll be making some more reviews later. Bye.